Welcome to part 2 of our South Jersey football playoff preview. Marc, Narducci, and Phil Anastasia. And we go to Group 2. And Phil, we'll start off with a rematch of last year's championship game, Cedar Creek at West Deptford Friday.
Not only a rematch of last year, Mark, the last 2 years these guys have played in the finals, and 3 of the last 5. So a lot of familiarity here. Cedar Creek has played very well. They're coming off a rally for a victory over Willingboro, similar to last year, to make it this far. And West Deptford has rolled. They got Kenny Lim back, their junior running back, defensive back, who was out for a couple games. He's made a big difference. And, these teams very familiar with each other. Usually they're playing at Rowan. Right. Now they're playing at West Deptford for a chance to get to Rowan.
Yeah, and Lim, by the way, 919 yards, rushing, 10 touchdowns. And as Phil said, he's missed a couple games. Now, in the other game, 2 lower seeds, Cinnaminson going up against Haddonfield. Both teams springing upsets last week.
Didn't see this one coming, Mark. Cinnaminson goes into Camden, the number 2 seed at Farnham Park, and just very, very impressive. Rashad Raymond runs for 2 touchdowns, and they come out of there with a 28-12 win. Cinnaminson's beaten West Deptford and Camden in the last 4 weeks, which is very, very impressive. And Haddonfield, boy, how about the job the Bulldogs coaches and players did? They lost 3 games in a row going into the playoffs, really looked like they're in trouble. Turn it all around by, turning the tables on a Sterling team that had beaten them convincingly 6 days earlier. Now here's Haddonfield hosting a game, although it is at Cherry Hill West, hosting a game to get to the South Jersey Group 2 finals. Who could imagine that? So, boy, this has got a chance to be a really good one.
And Phil, there are going to be some rooting interest with the Patrizzi family. There's going to be some mixed emotions here.
Big Mario's not sure where he's going to sit because his son Mario is the Cinnaminson coach, and his grandson Nicky's a starting running back for Haddonfield. Ran for 2 touchdowns, in fact, against Sterling. So, it's a family reunion of sorts, and Thanksgiving dinner bragging rights on the line.
Phil, staying on the theme of rematches of championship games, in Group 1 semifinal, it'll be Salem at Paulsboro. You remember Paulsboro last year beat the Rams 29-26 in the final.
Yeah, this was last year and 3 years ago as well. These 2 teams played, and this has got a chance to be a real good one, Mark. Paulsboro, it's funny to say because they're such a perennial power. They've kind of quietly put together a real good season. Now here they are in the semifinals hosting a Salem team with Zaire Jones, who has had a great year, leads South Jersey with 26 touchdowns. Paulsboro senior running back Dayron Holloway has 24 touchdowns. So big-time athletes on the field and a berth in the South Jersey Group 1 title game on the line.
Yeah, and in the other semifinal, 2 8-1 teams, it's going to be defense against offense. Gateway, which is allowing 7.6 points per game, against Pennsgrove, which is averaging 49.3 points.
Yeah, something's got to give here. I think the Gateway first-team defense has allowed 6 touchdowns all year. Mark, that's like a half for Pennsgrove, the way they've been playing offense. You saw them the other day. So this is a classic matchup. Gateway, probably the best year in program history. Josh Mason and his assistant coaches have done a wonderful job. And Pennsgrove has just rolled. I think they've won 6 games in a row. Tyreek Brown, their junior all-purpose, just one of the best athletes in the state, much less in South Jersey. Yeah. So this is a classic matchup, offense and defense. And again, berth in the championship game on the line.
Non-public Group 2, another rematch from last year. Mater Day, which beat Holy Spirit in a last-second touchdown last year, has to travel to Holy Spirit on Friday night.
Yeah, that was 26-20, Mark, on a hook and lateral on the last play of the game. Yeah. And I remember going down to Holy Spirit in the summer, and A.J. Russo, their coach, was telling me a week later they started working out in the locker room, and he hung up a sign in the locker room that said 26-20, just to remember how difficult that loss had been. Now, they have a chance to get Mater Day again. They get him in Absecon, which is a real boost for them. Senior quarterback Josh Samad, been terrific all year for Holy Spirit. So this is a good one and a chance to get to the final.
And the final, they will probably be facing St. Joseph at 10-0, takes on Immaculata, a prohibitive favorite.
Yeah, I mean, the Wildcats have really rolled. Q Townsend has run for 25 touchdowns, Jay DeBuyer 20. They're averaging like 45.1 points. They've really rolled. Their mission all year has been to get back and win that state championship that they won 7 years in a row before last year. They could very well see Holy Spirit in the final, although, either way it's going to be a rematch for them because they lost to Mater Day last year. So, you got to like the Joeys in this one, but they got to take care of business. I'm sure Paul Sacco's worried. He always is.
He always is. I'll tell you, just a great weekend. We hope you get out, and as always, enjoy the games. For Phil Anastasia, Marc Narducci for Philly.com.